Welcome to the Divine Living Talk Show. I'm your host, Gina DeVee, and this is your weekly lifestyle segment where creating a beautiful life becomes the priority and you become even more fabulous. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Cheers to summer entertaining divine living style. Yes, I got a little rosé from Provence here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because spending time with friends and having fun is so important. You know, as women entrepreneurs, we spend so much of our time behind our computers and thinking about work and actually working. You gotta get out and play because you know all work and no play makes for a very boring queen. So I put together a super simple summer entertaining menu that you're going to love. These are some of my go-to favorites. So to give you a little sneak peek of what's to come, we're gonna start out with a sexy gazpacho. Then we're going to have a side dish of a pesto orzo pasta salad with some tomato and fresh basil in it. And then wait till you see the main. The main is, it's one of my favorites. It's swordfish skewers wrapped in pancetta that have been marinating in Herbes de Provence with a few kind of crunchy summer vegetables. Divine and so super simple. All right, so we're gonna start with orzo. So orzo is this kind of just, I don't know, long tubular little, like, it looks like a big rice. Here. In case you don't know what orzo is, here's what it looks like. And it just makes for fun pasta, salad. So we're gonna let this boil just like pasta. It's gonna go for about, you know, somewhere around 8-9 minutes or so. So while that's working, I am going to get started on the gazpacho. So gazpacho is basically like a blended up salad. Yes, it's a cold soup, but I love it on a hot summer day. And I like it a little more rustic, so you're gonna see how I do it. So basically we've got a red onion, and you can actually put in your favorite summer vegetables yourself. These are the ones that I've chosen. And I've got a cucumber. I like the English cucumbers. Again, you can use what you like. I've got a whole red and yellow pepper, and all of these are just finely diced. I like a little spice in mine, so I'm putting a jalapeno in. You don't have to do that if that's not your jam. And then I've got 3 cloves of garlic, minced up nice and bright. I've got a bunch of, literally like a bunch of cilantro that I chopped up. I'm gonna add that in there as well. And then I've got some vinegar, oil, and this is tomato juice. So I'm just gonna add this all in together. And last but not least, I'm gonna cut up 4 Roma tomatoes. And then I'm gonna kind of rough chop these. Like that. And toss these in as well for some fresh yumminess. Then I'll do the same with all of the others. And that's it. So just adding the fresh tomatoes to all of the other amazing, delicious, fresh vegetables. And then season it with some salt and fresh ground pepper. All right, so now to finish off the gazpacho, because I like it kind of chunky but kind of elegant as well, I'm gonna blend half of it and then pour the other half back together. You'll see. All right, so you can see I poured about half in the blender. You can kind of pick what you like there. And then we are gonna blend this gorgeousness up. My goodness, it tastes so good. And that's it. So we're gonna return this all together now. And you've got some silky and some chunky gazpacho. So your gazpacho is done. and you somewhat carefully pour it in to a bowl, and then I'm gonna let it chill for a little bit so all the flavors meld together. All right, and then you just ladle your bikini-friendly gazpacho cold summer soup. I'm gonna garnish it with a little bit of cilantro. Time to enjoy. It just tastes fresh. It tastes like summer in a bowl. And the best part is you can make it the day before. You can keep in the fridge for a few days, so it doesn't have to be one of those fussy recipes, and your friends are gonna love it. All right, so now it's time to strain the orzo. And then just add the beautiful orzo. The important thing is that you're getting together with your friends. So normally I would make homemade pesto. Today I did not, because this is all about speed. I bought a beautiful organic pesto at Whole Foods. And I'm just going to mix this in. Oh, you can smell those fresh basil-y flavors and see the beautiful coming through. And while that's melding, I'm gonna add these bright, gorgeous organic tomatoes to give it a little pop of color and yumminess. I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano, doing the good stuff. And then we'll garnish it with a fresh basil leaf on top, and there you go. Super simple side pasta salad. Okay, now for the star of the show. These are swordfish skewers that are delicious. So you can use any kind of fish that you'd like to, by the way. I really like the texture and kind of the steaky kind of factor of swordfish. So I have them marinating in olive oil and herbes de Provence. The herbes de Provence, if you don't know, it's just a great multi-purpose herb. There's rosemary, there's basil, there's lavender, there's fennel. It's kind of all the flavors of the south of Provence. And when we're in the south of France, we put it in everything. We put it on salads, on chicken, on fish, on pretty much everything. You see everything herbes de Provence. So that's what we are doing here. And then I love the crunchiness of just great peppers. So I'm gonna add these to the marinade mixture so that these will get some of that beautiful, yummy olive oil and herbes de Provence with them as well. So what we're gonna do is skewer these up and grill them. Super fast, super simple. Give it a little more love there. I've got my grill pan going. I'm gonna put a little oil here so that they don't stick. And the other thing that I've been doing, actually I'll give it a little more seasoning. Here's some salt, some fresh cracked pepper. So depending on what kind of skewers you're gonna use for your kebabs, if you have wooden ones, you need to soak them for about 30 minutes just in water so that they don't burn on the grill. But if you've got the metal ones, you can just start and dive right in. So I've cubed the swordfish to be about 1 inch or so thick. Pretty yellow pepper here. And then here is pancetta. Pancetta is basically like Italian bacon, but it's kind of cured. And we're gonna sort of just needle it through and kind of wrap it around the beautiful fish. And then we'll put on the next piece of meat, and then this one we'll do a pretty red pepper. And then this same piece of pancetta, we'll just continue to kind of wrap it around the swordfish again. Kind of needle it through, and then I'll add another piece. We'll do yellow again. And you just keep continuing, pretty much like that. You want to have a little bit of space in between the fish and the vegetables just so they're not too jammed and the heat can get in there. And then kind of stretch the pancetta over the end, and then you just pop it on the grill. All right, so once they've been on the grill a bit, you can kind of move them to see if they're sticking. You don't want to move it, but then you just turn them as you would so that you can get the different sides, nice and caramely. Look how gorgeous these look, and wait till you taste them. They are scrumptious. Basically, you can touch the fish and realize the fish is firm, and then it really just depends on how crispy you like your pancetta, but I think these babies are beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and get this party rolling. Summer entertaining. Now you better go share this with all of your best girlfriends because we need to get out and play and have some fun, ladies.